Today we're going to be taking our frames that we've been working on for our looping GIF. We're going to scan them, digitize them, color them, and turn them into an actual usable GIF. The first thing you're going to need to do is gather the 6 frames of your animation. You can hear the sound of me gathering them, but you can't see it, but trust me, they're there. You're then going to open up CamScanner and you should have a screen like mine right here. This is the first screen. Just so you know, there's going to be a lot of different pop-ups for you to try to purchase the premium version of CamScanner. Just like Stop Motion Studio, you don't need the premium version, so just ignore all those requests. Once you get here, you can click on that camera icon on the right. And we're gonna pretend that we're just like in Stop Motion Studio. So right now, as you can see here, let me pull this out of my mount. I've got my desk mount right here, and I've attached my phone like so. And here are my 6 frames. And I'm gonna shoot these frames using CamScanner this time. And I only need to take 1 copy of each frame. And we're using CamScanner because it does a pretty good job of collecting the lines of an animation frame and turning them into usable lines that we can upload to Photoshop. So let's first take that first frame. In my case, it's this A1, it's this sitting frog, and then adjusting my desk mount, trying to get my image nice and square on the frame like so. Okay, and it should look something like this. That's looking pretty good. Now, same thing as I did with the Stop Motion Studio shooting session. I'm gonna masking tape the corners. I'm just gonna do 2 corners though. And in the future, that's really all you need, is if you just get the top left and the bottom right, or any 2 opposite corners, you should have a pretty good setup. And if you do this step, you won't have to do any other steps in Photoshop. So I'm just gonna remind you that we're doing this, staying organized, because it will save you headaches later. Okay, that's looking pretty good to me. Now, I noticed that I have a little bit of a shadow coming in from my desk mount and my phone. Even now, it's more pronounced. So I'm first gonna change my lamp settings. Okay, and that's looking much better. All right, so once you have that, I think the default settings on CamScanner is single, but you're gonna switch it to batch. That means we're gonna just be taking several photos, in this case 6 photos of our animation frames in succession. And I don't think you need to change any other setting. Actually, no, I lied. You do have to go to this 3-circle Venn diagram. Click on that, that's the filters. We're just gonna switch to magic color. All right, so if it's on original, switch it to magic color, and we'll see what that does. Okay, so once you have that set up, again, batch, and then the filter, switch to magic color, you can hit the camera button, and there's that first one. And now I'm gonna go on to A3, place them inside my masking tape, get the second one. Now, if you have a personal scanner at home, you're just gonna do all these captures through your scanner and you'll have a nice, crisp, clean line. There's my third one. And now I'm doing B1, like so. All right. So once you do that, and you have all 6, you should have a little 6 icon at the bottom right, and you can click on that. And now you'll see this magic color filter applied to all 6 of my scans. It should look something nice like that. One thing you might need to do is the crop settings. Your screen might look like this originally, but I actually switch it to like this. So it might be on auto where you see like the whole screen is selected, but if you switch it to, sorry, this is auto. If you switch to this mode, it'll draw a little box just around your frame. And then it crops all the other information, in my case, my cutting board that I don't need. So I think that's fine to use. I think it saves us a few steps later on. And so there's my 6. I'm gonna rename it by clicking on the top. I'm just gonna call it frog GIF. Done. And then hitting that check mark over there. All right, and that's looking pretty good. I can go to settings now. Actually, no, not settings. I can go to the bottom and hit this share button. And I'm gonna share PDF. It's gonna put a watermark on there, and that's fine. I'm gonna go to share in the top right. It generates a PDF. And now I'm gonna airdrop it to my iMac. You might have heard that sound in the background, and now I'm gonna switch over to my computer for this next step.